Adam Taxin here, giving a little report on theater right now from Broadway, literally at the moment on Broadway. Admittedly, it's a Starbucks in Greater Times Square. That's what the Christmas music in the background, hopefully not too loud, is, by the way. Gotta give you a bunch of ambiance, right? At the moment, I have a weekend theater tip for you for a production that's very far from Broadway, both literally and figuratively. It's Little Women, and it's playing at the Players Club of Swarthmore, one of my favorite community theaters anywhere in central Delaware County, where I just so happen to be from, and that's in the Philadelphia suburbs for those of you in the rest of the country. I saw Little Women maybe 2 years ago at the Bristol Riverside Theater. It featured two of my favorite Philadelphia area actresses, Kim Carson and Jenny Eisenhower. I'm a fan of the show and its music in general, as well as of that particular production, which isn't so relevant to you at the moment. I won't be making it to the Players Club of Swarthmore production, but a reviewer whose opinion I trust has seen it and provided me with a write-up. So this is from Emily Ludwig, who is wise as well as talented at theater criticism well beyond her 15 years. So here is Emily Ludwig's review of Little Women. Here you go. As I listened to the pre-show chatter at the Players Club of Swarthmore, I also heard the pleasing soft music of a piano. Very appropriate it was, as a certain piano is an important motif in the story of four little women. I am familiar and fond of the classic by Louisa May Alcott, so I was excited to see it as a play. It was opening night, so I expected energy from the small 11-person cast. As the lights dimmed and lifted, the audience was transported to a Christmas scene, likely similar to ones they see today. By the flickering light jumping from the fireplace, I could see the four sisters engaging in comfortable tasks like knitting or decorating for Christmas. At first, it was difficult to name each girl because their appearances did not completely coincide with the book, but their distinct personalities soon made it clear. I watched the familiar scene of Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy complaining about the trials they had to suffer until their beloved Marmee, mother, returned. Marmee is their name for mother. She instantly brought the scene up with her attitude. Her entrance lifted the performance combined with her spot-on character. She exuded motherly grace. Not long after, the other characters were introduced. Laurie, that's a male, and his uncle were a bit hard to understand. Laurie, the sister's playful and jocular friend, was very stiff and nervous in the scene where he first met the March family. This was understandable, but his demeanor continued like this for the rest of the play. I don't know if it was an actor choice or simply opening night jitters, but either way it was confusing to watch, since I expected him to be more comfortable with the family as he got to know them. My favorite character was the strict and crotchety Aunt March. Her bold voice and assuming manner caused every actor to heighten their performance. Her vocal choices were excellent as well. The March Girls, The March Girls were loud and extremely earnest in every scene for almost every misfortune, from a spoiled glove to a dying friend. At times this was distracting. It reminded me of teenagers today, which, by the way, the reviewer Emily Ludwig is one, but she writes, it reminded me of teenagers today who see crisis but not the big picture. However, when the family was given grave news about their father, the silence was immediate and effective. I didn't realize how loud the air conditioning was until that moment. To reflect this shift in mood, the music preceding Act 2 was in a dismal minor key. Unfortunately, the somberness was broken by a few wardrobe mishaps, and don't get any dirty ideas, people. She didn't write that. That's my commentary. Anyhow, Emily wrote, unfortunately, the somberness was broken by a few wardrobe mishaps. Twice did a skirt or dress nearly fall off an actor. Maybe you can get some dirty ideas. Sorry. Back to Emily's commentary. Though they made obvious adjustments with their bodies, their faces remained in the moment. I am sure they will be secured with more safety pins than they can count on in the following performances. I give them props, though. It is terrifying to lose your costume on stage. The show was only about half the book, but I am not surprised. Alcott's Little Women is only slightly later than the average dictionary. There was definitely closure, though. I think everyone can find something to relate to in this show, whether it is a particular character, a familiar incident, or a shared opinion. For me personally, it was the girl Jo March. Among other things, we share an interest and passion for writing. At one point, 15 years ago, Joe's short story appears in a local newspaper. She was not a paid professional at first, but she did get the opportunity to be published. Sort of like me right now. So for a little slice of relatable family life, consider going to the Players Club of Swarthmore to be entertained by some Little Women this Christmas season. So that's Emily Ludwig's review of Little Women at the Players Club of Swarthmore. I hope you enjoyed that ambiance in the background from Broadway. Finally, the 2 remaining shows of Little Women are tonight, Friday, December 7th at 8 p.m., and tomorrow, Saturday, December 8th at 8 p.m. And you can find out more about the show at the Players Club of Swarthmore. To do so, please go to PCS Theater, that's THEATER.org. I've provided a link at this YouTube clip. This is Adam Taxin. Have a nice weekend.